All right, welcome everyone. Ryan here with Polar Fox APU today. We just did an install of our 12-volt system on a 2020 Volvo VNL 860. So I was going to take you through the system real quick here, show you the features, benefits, and advantages of the system one by one as we go through it. First, we're going to go back. We're going to show you the core of the system here. Not a lot of room in this side of the truck, the VNL 860s and the 760s as well. So you have the stock factory HVAC system back here that takes up a lot of room. So we have everything pretty much self-contained here for the most part. So we got our evaporator unit fan box right here. We put our ducts in, one here, one back there. And then we have the compressor unit controller right here. So everything fit into the passenger side of the VNL 860. Pretty much everything involved with the system is right here. This box here pretty much takes the place of if you have a traditional diesel APU, the big thing that's hanging on the side of the frame, this is basically that. So we don't need any frame space unless you're looking for an additional battery bank or something. We'll go to our batteries here in a second and explain that. But this is pretty much everything right here other than the condenser fan and condenser core, which we'll go around to right now. So again, pretty versatile installation here. So if you have headache rack, something else going on back here, we don't need a lot of room, pretty small footprint, all stainless steel construction. Recently with our clips here, we went to riveting those instead of tech screwing those. So real clean install, everything straight down, no extra hosing or anything wrapped around the back of the cab. Pretty versatile design. We can put this in a lot of different places. So if you're in flatbedding, whatever, reefer units, anything, we've got plenty of options to mount this for whatever you're doing. Okay, so over on this side in the battery box, we have the engine of the whole system here. This is our Scana Power dual-purpose lithium battery. So we take out your existing batteries, put these in. They're Bluetooth enabled, so you can see your charge state, discharge, charge, all that good stuff. Pretty much plug and play for the most part. So we didn't have to make any modifications here. Used all the existing battery hardware. Everything just hooked back up. And that's pretty much it. With regular lead acid batteries, we come to about net neutral on weight. So your truck actually, without adding the system, it weighs about the same. Now, if you have heavy AGMs, we actually go negative on the weight. So that's one thing to consider too. If you're real close on weights and you're looking for a lightweight system or something that's going to put you back neutral or even less than what your truck weighed before, it has an advantage of that as well. Inside the truck, really no major changes in here. This particular install, we put the panel over on the passenger side. So pretty versatile with that as well. Pretty much wherever a customer, usually within reason, we can make that work. We have our remote control. So it does have Fahrenheit right now. It has Celsius as well if you're into that. And it does include a AC mode, and it does have a fan mode as well. You can set the fan on an automated mode, or you can set it to the 5 bars, what you see now. Temperature goes down to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The system is on full right now, so I don't know how much noise you can hear, but pretty quiet. So you don't hear no engine, obviously no engine running or anything like that. And there's a view from the top. So like I said, with this one, we did one duct in this way and came around and put the other duct in pointing out. Here's our ducking and our louvers, so you can point these any direction that you may choose, and they also spin. There are some customizations where we can hook these up to some of the factory ducting. It's not recommended in all applications, but it's not included with our standard install. So the standard install price that either you call from one of our dealers or call us directly to get is basically for a basic install, just make it work kind of thing. But there is a little bit of customization. Also with the compressor unit down that we showed you guys earlier, if you don't have enough room, you just have to have it outside. I mean, as another customization, we can build a box to house that outside of the truck as well. Wouldn't have to be a very big box, but that is an option as well, but although that is an additional customization option. Okay, so kind of in summary here, during the walk around, we went through a lot of the key benefits, advantages, features, all that good stuff. So just want to kind of summarize here. The main thing is 100% lithium powered, zero emissions, which obviously there's no engine or nothing else out here. One of the big advantages with the batteries is they are completely self-contained. They have a very powerful, very smart BMS. So with our system, we don't need DC to DC chargers, bistable relays, any of that type of nonsense. We don't need to upgrade your alternator, although we recommend it. A 200 amp alternator will give you a little bit faster charging, but if you have a factory 160, 165, that doesn't need to be upgraded unless you wanted to for some reason. Don't need to upgrade cabling like you do with these 8 AGM systems that some other places are putting in. other systems out there. So like I said, the battery is a very important part of the system and really makes it all kind of come together and simple. I mean, that's what we're looking for here, is something simple that's easy to work on, cheap to replace. You know, if you go to one of the diesel-powered APU manufacturer dealers out there, whatever, I mean, every time you go, it's $2,000. I mean, I can almost replace the whole AC system for around that price. So maintenance free, that's the big thing as well, other than cleaning your inside evaporator filter and your air box. There is a little bit of maintenance with the batteries as far as discharging, recharging the battery every 6 weeks or so. That's really only the maintenance there is as far as the systems goes. Next thing, I guess, would be lightweight. Sometimes even you can go negative on the weight. So if weight's a big factor with your company, who you're hauling for, where one of the diesel-powered APUs, you could be where you're gaining 800 pounds or something, or with all some of these 8 AGM systems where you're putting in 600 pounds of batteries. This system, it will keep you at net neutral or net negative, depending on what batteries you have in it now. Another big factor, benefit as well, is that, I mean, the only thing we're putting outside the truck is that condenser unit. So like I said, if you got a headache rack, you don't have a lot of room in the frame for your traditional diesel-powered APUs, you don't have any room in the frame for additional battery boxes or anything like that, like I said, that we got you covered. That's all we need outside, basically. If you're limited on room underneath the bunk, as I said before, as a custom option, we can house compressor unit in a step box or a frame box or something of that nature, or make something small to accommodate those needs as well. The other big advantage is price point. So we're coming in right now, there's some political tariff stuff and all that going on right now, which we won't get into in this video. Right now, our cost at our location installed and some of our other locations, you're coming in at 65% of what a traditional diesel-powered APU comes in at, without all the hassles of that as well. So cost is very affordable. Another big advantage of the system is the batteries in specific. You know, a lot of guys you see are replacing their lead-acid batteries every year, sometimes less. I see some people replace them every 9 months. So sometimes that can be, depending on where you go, you could be up to $1,000 a year just in replacing those batteries. So with these, you get a 5-year full replacement warranty. And that's the thing of the past. So, I mean, just in the battery savings alone is a huge cost advantage. Lastly, what we're going to talk about is our dealer installer program. It's pretty quick install. This particular system, 12-volt system, put 2 guys on it, should be able to get it done, you know, 5 to 6 hours with a little bit, once you get kind of in the swing of things and the experience and knowing how everything gets laid out. So pretty quick install, pretty good discount. I mean, a sales price to our dealers. So there's room to make money on the product, room to make money on the labor, so it's a good all-around program. Also with that, we have some fleet programs as well, where we set up fleets where they can do self-installs. We come out and train you. We do that with our dealers as well. On the first install, we come out free of charge, included with our first buy-in. We'll come out and help you with the first install, show you how to do everything, get you set up right to do everything properly and be successful. And we do the same thing for our fleet partners as well. Lastly, we do have a fleet trial program. So if you have a fleet, 50 trucks or more, we do a 120-day trial program, up to 120 days. You can bring it into us. We'll work something out to get a system in one of your units and try it out. If you like it, you like it. All right, so that pretty much sums it up for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for updates, like the video, and check out polarfoxapu.com if you're interested in any of these things that I've talked about today.